Welcome to Mining Review Africa at DRC Mining Week 2025. Today I'm chatting to Sergey Mudogu from Congo Supply All Services. Welcome, Sergey.
Thank you.
Could you elaborate on how Congo Supply All Services is ensuring quality, consistency, and local value addition through its CSS-branded reagents in the mining industry?
Thank you again for the question, Rochelle. Congo Supply All Services, as you know, is a procurement and outsourcing company that focuses on three aspects: transports, reagent supplies, and local manufacturing of workwear and PPE. So we have established ourselves and positioned ourselves very well in the mining industry and various sectors: construction, mining, energy, and so on. And we try to really work with reliable, credible vendors. First look at local vendor that we can work with, ensuring that our quality control as well and anything that we are outsourcing is up to our clients' standards. And it's just about respecting what our clients' needs and so on, and ensuring that whatever we're delivering to them and whatever we're supplying to them, it's something that's solid, durable, and up to the expectation. So we first looking at what we can find locally, support obviously local contents by procuring things that are being supplied by local vendors, and there's different things as well that also does come from abroad. So we're looking at South Africa being one of our good trading partners. We're looking at Europe as well as China and India, and sometimes as well in the Americas.
Okay. What inspired the creation of SPROM, your PPE brand, and how is local manufacturing in Kolwezi reshaping the supply chain and employment landscape in the DRC?
So, back in the 70s and the 80s, Congo used to have a big textile industry, cotton and all of these materials that is needed in order to produce garments. And ever since then, we've seen a decline and an increase on importations of goods. Mining is a very important industry for workwear, especially for PPE and various other things. So we felt like in order for us to add value into what we are currently doing, we got to bring back our industries. And by bringing back our industries, we're employing people, we're creating economic impacts, and obviously we're engaging various communities. Just to backtrack on how we started, so Congo Supply supplies PPE at the Kibali Gold Mine in northeastern Congo, which is operated by Barrick, Barrick Golds, which is now Barrick Mining, I think. So we were in touch with the social departments and sustainability department on how we can implement a sewing factory in the area of Kokiza, which is a couple of kilometers away, and engaging that community of women and young women and also adults, elderly, and so on how we can teach them how to move from domestic sewing all the way to industrial sewing by bringing in sophisticated machinery and sewing machinery that's going to be helping them from transitioning and so on. So we first started by teaching them how to use those machines and so on. We had to bring in a couple of people from, Uganda, some of them from other provinces in the DRC, and some from South Africa, to have that transfer of knowledge, which is very important throughout that process. And it has been a success. So we did it for 10 months, and we did realize that these women and these people were very, very talented. Currently, the project is called KENGE. That's the name of the factory that is being operated in the Otuele region in collaboration with Kibali Gold Mine. So they currently wrapped up their production to 150 to 200 garments per day, which is very, very impressive. And every PPE or workwear that is that CSS is currently supplying to the Kibali gold mine, it's being produced right outside of the mine by the Kokiza women under the label of KENGE, the manufacturing company. So we realized that obviously Katanga and Lualaba is obviously a way bigger market. Mm-hmm. And why not tap into that market and create something that's also going to be adding value on the whole supply chain? So we have came up with a brand, obviously, called SPROM. And, SPROM it's been here for a while, but it hasn't been really involved in engaging with the community and so on. So we are currently building our biggest manufacturing plant in Lualaba, near the RVA, not far from the airport, which would be a state-of-the-art facility that would be able to supply most of those other mines as well as the local people. So we've seen in South Africa how it's way advanced in terms of manufacturing and PPE supply. And in Congo as well, we got to be able to bring up something that's our own and that's obviously going to be responding to the people's needs, because we are planning into training more than 300 women, and all those 300 women will be able to have the knowledge and the expertise in order to create a reflective shirt, a trouser, or overall, you name it. And apart from that, it's just a different image that we're trying to bring in. Of course, we all speak about critical minerals and various other companies coming in and investing in the DRC. And they also have to be able to see that, these people as well are, engaging and they're creating values on all of the other stuff. So it's very, very important for us to invest in factories, to invest in industries that's going to lead up all the way to the future.
Well, that's great. What is your long-term vision for Congo Supply All Services in terms of sustainability and industrial integration across the mining sector in the DRC?
Yeah, obviously, innovation is one of our biggest things, and we have tried to see how we can keep up with the world or keep up with our neighbors by innovating every single time. So I feel like the next step for us, apart from the PPE and so on, it's also be able to see how we can create more industries. So when we're looking at things that has been imported on the reagent side, such as quicklime and so on. I mean, quicklime, we've seen Katanga, there's a lot of quicklime plants as well that supply other mines. When we're looking at hydrated lime, it's something as well that needs to be an industry for that, and we got to be able to produce something like that. When you're looking at peroxide, when you're looking at sodium cyanate and various other reagents that is critical for the mining plants and so on, we got to be able to create this type of industries and create it in order to facilitate various demands and the various mines that might need it for their daily operations. And as well, it's just going to create a lot of jobs. Apart from create a lot of jobs, people are going to be aware and having that knowledge now that we got to start making things that's made in the DRC. Because back then we used to have a lot of things that was made here, but then our industry kind of declined over the years. But then as of the last couple of years now, it's starting to come up. So everybody got to be able to contribute in whatever they can, in whatever capacity that they have, but at least just create something that's going to have a social impact and a good community engagements for our people.
How important are partnerships with global and regional stakeholders to CSS, and what role does innovation play in your operational strategy?
So it's very important to have good partners, reliable partners. We have been fortunate enough to have a great partnership with Kibali and then with Barrick, and we are looking obviously for more and more partnership. as you know, with electric vehicles and all of those other critical minerals, a lot of big companies are looking at the DRC and how they can invest in the DRC and so on. So we have current partners that we can build up a relationship with, and also future partners that are looking into investing in our country. And it's very important to create those relationships with them, because it just gives us a good credibility nationwide or worldwide. It gave a good credibility. And apart from that, it also boosts our standards, because you know, when we can do business here in the DRC, and when a foreign company comes in and they have their own standards and so on to keep up with. So we keep up with having a good standards nationwide, international wide, and also that recognition as well. That's okay, this company is serious. They have worked with this, and that's because of the partnership that you have. There's many local companies that have good partnership with different other mines, and that are keeping up also a good standards. But we still have a lot to do, and we are hoping that by innovating, by foreign direct investments, and by creating this very important partnership, and then we'll be able to uplift the middle class too in the DRC.
That's great. This year, DRC Mining Week celebrates its 20th anniversary. How has the event benefited your business?
DRC Mining Week has been great. Yesterday, when I was looking at Mr. Simon's presentation on how they started in Kinshasa and then the transition to here, I mean, it's very good to interact with industry leaders and also keeping updated with our partners, because everybody is here and so on. And it also does give opportunities when you talk to the right people. I mean, for me, I was fortunate enough to how a 30 minutes conversation was a pivotal moment in our career, and it was just right here at the lunch hall. And I think that was 3 years ago. And very fortunate to be able to participate and to exhibit in the DRC every single year. And we're looking for 20 or 30 more years of DRC Mining Week. Yeah.
Sounds good. Sergey, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.